Okay, so in this video, I'm going to be really talking about passing the ball in basketball and, of course, trying to find the best shot possible for your team. Ball movement is extremely important, and it gets a lot of open shots. So definitely, this is a video that is going to be very important for all coaches and players, and this actually gives a lot of good tips. So let's get down, let's check out this footage, and of course, see how we were able to get an easy layup in our first shot of the gold medal game. Let's get down, let's check this out. Okay, so first we win jump, and this was not really any surprise. Etienne is a player who can dunk the ball, and we had two players like that this summer, which was fantastic. 2.5. The other half played only a few other games. So we won the jump, and Ilya got that ball. Ilya is a fantastic player, and our whole entire team worked extremely well together this summer. Ilya is dribbling down court with his head up. This is, of course, extremely important, especially right after jump. You can sometimes get some easy baskets right off the bat, and you've seen clips with my YouTube shorts where David got a ton of easy layups right off the start because we were able to tip that ball straight to him. He was on already the offensive side. He would take one dribble layup, and it was an easy 2 points right off the start. But here, we tipped it backwards towards Ilya. Ilya got it. He passed over to Chris. Chris was then able to pass to the corner and cut to the basket. Now, Andrew was a three-point shooter and is a three-point shooter, so of course he did have a player who was closing out on him. He had his head up, he was looking for the cutter, but instead he swung the ball over to Ilya, who was then able to get the ball into the post. Now, we ran a 5-out. One of the plays that we ran was a 5-out where we would pass, cut, and the person who cut at first was in the low post. The idea there is for him to post up for 5 or 6 seconds outside of the key, and then when he gets that ball, either look for the weak side cutter or kick the ball out or, of course, score. In this clip, he kicks the ball out, or he passed the ball to the cutter, but the cutter, David, was unable to catch the ball in time. It was a bit hard of a pass, and David was then able to dribble the ball out and recover. At this time, that's still an okay play because now we haven't turned over the ball. We're still looking to score. We're still on the offensive side. And then after David got that ball, he passed the ball to a player who was cutting towards the rim again. Now, what we ran was a weak side cut and a strong side cut. Strong side cut at that point because the weak side was not open, or at least the weak side didn't have the basket. Ilya was able to catch that ball and kick that ball out. He collapsed the defense, and that was our main objective in this play. The whole objective is to collapse the defense because we had multiple players who could shoot threes. In fact, all 5 of my starters, I trusted to shoot the three. They shot anywhere between about 27 and 48% from the three-point line, depending on the player, and that is something that is extremely useful in the starting line, especially because you always look to shoot over 33% from 3. That's considered a good shot, in my opinion, closer to 30 at the youth level because, of course, kids miss a lot of layups. But we kicked the ball back out to David, who lost it again, but that's fine. Passed it over to Ilya, and at this point, we are now trying to call out a play for the post. When we call for the play for the post, we try to get that ball into the post and then look for the weak side cutter. And that's what we did. We set a quick screen, kicked it over to the corner, got the ball into the post. He was looking. You can see that right there. He was looking for the weak side cut. Weak side cut wasn't there. He felt that he could beast the guy, and that's exactly what happened. He was able to beast through. Now, when it comes to being able to score, passing is extremely important, and having plays that work with your team's makeup is extremely important as well. As we can see here, we were able to run that play absolutely perfectly. We didn't freeze after we had 2 dropped passes. We kept on going. We kept on calling out plays, different options, and we worked extremely well in this play. And there's a reason why we made it to the gold medal game, and it was because of plays like this and also from our defense. Now, why passing is so important is because now you can get that ball up court after you get a steal, and that was kind of our go-to thing to do. However, as you can see in this play, moving that ball from the right side of the court to the left, as we can see right here, when we got that entry pass into the low post, we looked for the weak side cutter, and that could have ended up with an absolutely wide open layup if David was able to catch that ball. Of course, things happen. We're at the beginning of the game. We're still cold. In this league, we were unable to, or at least any league in Ontario, we can't really warm up for more than 2 minutes before a game. So you're not exactly going to be playing extremely well in the first 2, 3, 4 minutes of the game as it is. And sometimes you'll actually see in my clips where my guys are actually trying to warm up on the bench, just in some way, jumping up and down or something, because they're getting ready to go in. Again, another cutter who missed the pass. This is something that happens at the beginning of games up here in Ontario, because in most leagues you just don't warm up for until 2 minutes before a game. It's not like a school game when I'm coaching at Churchill, where we can warm up for 30, 40, 50 minutes before a game and get ready and go. With club games, they try to squeeze so many games together. So being able to pass, not give up on a pass that's dropped, and keep on running plays and keep on going and without freezing. Some teams will freeze up. You just have to keep on fighting through. That is how you win games. Passing like this wins games. I hope that you have enjoyed today's video. I hope that this has helped your team. Make sure to go check out my Unbeatable Basketball Zone Defense book down in the description below, and I'll see you guys again next time.